Good morning, folks. Jordan here with the Nutty Gnome Homestead. Today is February 26, 2023, and we are out in the greenhouse getting ready to up pot some of our pepper plants. We started these peppers on January 31st of this year, which is about 12 weeks before our last frost date. Peppers take a long time to mature, so we try to get them started early, a couple of weeks before we get our tomatoes started, just to give them that little bit extra growth and boost, that way so they can start producing sooner. So these are in 6-cell pots. We're going to up pot them each into a 4-inch pot of their own. We have approximately 100, I believe, a little over 9 dozen, I think, of pepper plants here that we're going to be up potting today. So let me turn you guys around here and I'll show you what we're dealing with. Okay, so what we have here is a bunch of 4-inch pots with our homemade potting mix. If you guys haven't checked out that video, I suggest you take a look at it. Make your own potting mix, starting mix. It's a whole lot cheaper than buying the stuff from the store. Anyway, we like these little 4-inch pots. Nothing special, get them on Amazon. They work well, get a couple 3 years of use out of each one of them. They work great for up potting our tomatoes and peppers, cabbage, cucumber, squash, everything that we start here on the farm usually gets up potted into a 4-inch pot at one time or another. Now, look there. Those are our pepper plants that we have started. We have Ivoresky, King of the North, some California Wonder Bells, some mild jalapenos, hot jalapenos, Big Jim chili peppers. I grew these last year and they were really good. It's like 8 to 10 inch long jalapeno. They make really good stuffed peppers, pepper poppers. We got some cayenne and we got some Jupiter bell peppers down here. So these pepper plants are going to be the ones that we up pot today. And I'm sure you guys can see I have a rogue cabbage plant. Actually, 2 or 3 of them in there. My daughter was helping me plant, so it happens. No worries, they'll get up potted too and put out here with the rest of our cabbage plants that have been staying out in the greenhouse already. Okay, since I'm out here, I figured I'd give you guys an update on some of these. We've got our OS Cross cabbage, our broccoli in the back, Brunswick cabbage, Earliana cabbage. We grew a couple hundred of the Earliana and Brunswick last year. They did very well for us. We made sauerkraut, had enough cabbage for at least 2 heads of cabbage a week. And then there in the back, as you can see, we have a bunch of our Buttercrunch lettuce. So we're going to turn around here and we're going to get up potting on these peppers. Okay, folks, so I'm going to try to work around the camera and do this. We're going to start off with some of our mild jalapeno peppers. You can see I've got pretty good germination. I try to put 2 seeds per cell. Sometimes you get some that don't make it or come up deformed. No worries. What we're going to do is we're going to pinch this cell and push up with our finger and pop it out. And since this is really loose, these peppers are just going to separate. We're going to be able to separate these into 2 separate plants. Put it in our 4-inch pot. I'm going to turn you around here to our compost pile, our potting soil pile, and we're just going to up pot it. I'm going to plant these deep because I want them to have the best root system possible, and I want them to come up straight. I don't want any crooked, long, wispy pepper plants. Peppers weigh a lot whenever they're mature, so we want to make sure we get a good, healthy stalk on these. And then we put it over here in our 15-cell tray. Take the other one. Now look at the root system on that, folks. That's awesome. That's going to make for a really healthy plant come this spring. Get a little bit of potting soil. Push it down a little bit. You do not want to have any air pockets in these pots. The air will prune your roots. It could cause some issues. We don't want to do that. Push it down, get a nice little depression on it, and there's a 4-inch potted pepper plant. Now you guys will notice that I have a tablecloth down on top of the tables here in my greenhouse. This helps us keep everything nice and clean, and whenever we do spill over some dirt, soil, it's not a big deal to get them cleaned up. So just like last time, we're going to pinch. Okay. You see this here? We've got roots that actually grew through the bottom of this. This tells me that these are past time to get up potted. They should have been up potted 2 or 3 days ago. But just like last one, we're going to pinch a couple of times, loosen up that soil, push up on the bottom, and that pepper is going to come right straight out. See how loose that soil is? That's what you want. That's how you get these nice big root balls on these plants. If you have really compact potting soil, or you're really pushed down hard on your plants, whenever the soil on your plants, whenever you get them potted up, you're going to end up compacting that soil, and those roots are going to have a hard time growing, pushing through that compacted soil. So you want to keep everything nice and loose. You want to make sure that there's plenty of space in there for those roots to push out. Now, one thing I do like to do, we got 6 leaves on this plant. These leaves here, they're not true leaves. These are the cotyledon leaves. You're going to see it on every one of these pepper plants. You'll see them on your tomatoes. You'll see them on just about every plant that you put in the ground. The first leaves that come out are typically the cotyledon leaves. In a day or two, after I get these all out potted, in a day or two, I'm going to come through here and I'm going to pinch every one of those off. It's still a little cool. If it was a little bit warmer outside, I'd go ahead and pinch them off right now. But those aren't true leaves. We want to make sure that we have true leaves on our plants before we get them all up potted. So we'll pinch off those cotyledon leaves in a day or two, and these things are just going to shoot up. They will put on probably 2 to 3 inches of growth in the next 2 weeks, easy. So what we have here is a couple of our hot jalapeno peppers. These were planted less than a month ago on January 31st, and these roots are approximately 6 inches long. They got a real nice root ball on them, dozens if not more of roots. These are going to make a nice healthy plant, and as you can see on top, we got our 6 full leaves. So this is what we're up potting today, folks. This is what you want to up pot. This is going to make a nice healthy plant when you put it in the garden. Alright folks, well that took a little longer than expected. I was a little off on my estimate. I have probably close to 200 peppers here. I've got about 130 of them already potted up. I actually ran out of potting soil, so I had to go mix up another batch. Got a wheelbarrow of it right here. But I'm going to turn you guys around and I'm going to show you what we have. So you can see I got another tray, 30 or 40 plants left to pot up. Got my Ivorescu there in the back, Jupiter bells, jalapenos, cayenne, mild jalapeno, hot jalapeno, dragon, cayenne, so on and so forth. Now you can see some of these Ivorescu peppers here in the back. Those things are probably 5 to 6 inches tall, which is awesome. And we just got these transplanted today. So that took a little longer than I expected, but I appreciate you guys sticking around. If you guys have any particular questions, shoot me a message or leave it down in the comments. I'll try to get back with you. If you like this kind of content, I'd appreciate it if you'd like, share, and subscribe. So, till next time, y'all stay safe.